Hello, good morning in Europe, good evening in United States. This is Ahura with another daily outlook video. As you know, in this series of videos, we are looking at the market, what's happened, what is going on, and what is our expectations from today's financial market. Biden's Build Back Better plan is in the risk, as you know, and yesterday we talked about that. Um, Mr. Manchin, Senate Democrat Senate, is against of this plan. There are something that he doesn't like about the killed suppers. This kid suppers part of the plan. He changed something under, and then he gained a new plan to White House. Mr. Biden yesterday in his speech told that he and Manchin going to talk about that, and they're gonna get some point. At the same time, Democrats wants to uh, postpone the voting for this plan for January, so they will have a time to go to get to the some point. As you know, uh, the 50-50 Senate's numbers for the voting percentage for the voting in is in a hedge. So like Democrats is they're in a hedge, and if one Democrats do not vote for this, the plan is going to be unvoted. It's not going to get enough votes because Republican they are 100% for now, as long as we know 100% they are against this plan. So they need all their votes plus Miss Harris votes done. Then they're gonna get it passed with 51 against 50 votes. So, but at the same time, Mr. Biden had a speech. You know, these days we had so much ongoing concerns about the Omicron variant of coronavirus. Biden told we are ready and we now more. So the United States is not going to see any lockdowns because of the coronavirus. As much as the coronavirus is spreading and getting faster, getting more, at the same time, we also learned more, we know more, and we know how to defend ourselves, how to defend the society. Therefore, with the increasing the vaccination level, therefore, with the new tablets that we have from different factories and different companies that they are actually they're supposed to work against the Omicron variant of coronavirus. Therefore, we don't have like Merck and Pfizer and others. Therefore, we don't have any new lockdowns, any new restrictions to go against this variant of coronavirus. So these words together, if you put them together, see that they have a little bit positive sentiment. That's the reason you see that the VIX chart, as you see here, you can see the VIX is falling down, and this is the VIX chart. You can see that the VIX fell down last night in Wall Street, yesterday in Wall Street, all the way down to 20.42. USD index in that after these news and after that, we had some disappointing. You know, yesterday we talked about the disappointing ahead of Biden's plan, and we put the markets a little bit under pressure, but stock markets and financial markets, which it did at the beginning, but at the same time, while the other economies they are talking about the lockdowns in Europe, especially United States denying any lockdowns, denying any restrictions. Therefore, the positive sentiment again back to the market, and you can see that the U.S. dollar right now, U.S. dollar is in the situation that better than expected economies will help the US dollar to increase. Worse economies, worse economic data will put the dollar demand, will increase the dollar demand as a safe haven. Therefore, we don't have any scenario right now at the moment in the practice, in the real, we don't have the scenario to put the dollar under pressure. Therefore, we can see the US dollar in demand for now, at least for December and January. Therefore, it's this is still uptrend in US dollar chart. As long as as long as we are optimistic about the US dollar chart and the economic data, the same disappointing is coming to the gold chart. Gold returned to the clearly downtrend after increasing almost to 1,800. This positive expectation, this positive sentiment from Mr. Biden and about especially about the Omicron variant of coronavirus changed the market attitude, and now we are again back to the downtrend. The uptrend trend line that has been creating in the past days is pushed right now, and we are again back under to the generally downtrend under the midline of the moving average. So still, this is what we can see here. This is what we can see here. That still we are in a range. We are between the but even this like unlike the yesterday's or better say the speed the yesterday's fall down. Still we're trading in a range, and this range need to be evaluated to understand the next trend under 1770 or above 1800 can tell us the exact direction. Therefore, still, we cannot say that we are in a clear downtrend or uptrend, but we can still be positive about the. Actually, I cannot say about being too positive, but the technical indicators they say that we can count on a stable recovery around $1,800. Fundamental data also say that still we have a risk in the market. So from both sides, we can say that none of them, no bulls, no bears, sorry, no bulls, no bears, they don't have enough power to confirm themselves. Still, we are in the same situation. The gold is forgotten symbol in the market right now. About the oil, last night we had API data. American Petroleum Institute told reported that in last week that ended on Friday. Well, during the last week, the level of inventory, oil inventories, fell by 3 point. Oh, sorry, let me see the calendar exactly to see what was the. Sorry. So, here's my calendar. 3 point some million barrels V. Yeah, 3.67 million barrels. 3,670,000 barrels. Yeah, U.S. Inventory levels fell during the last week. That was the reason to see the support in the oil chart, and you can see the oil gained back above 70 and $71. At the same time, the positive stock market that you can see in SP 500 chart, and that yesterday we had the positive sentiment in the stock market that yesterday we had, they also supported the overall uptrend. Therefore, the oil is increasing here. So, uh, this is what we can see here that the oil is increasing, but still the stock market increasing a little bit. Therefore, there is a little bit demand, as you can see here in the chart, a little bit demand in the stock market. This demand in the stock market increased the demand in oil with the report that API had. However, we cannot be that much optimistic. Even the other thing that Mr. Biden told about that they are not going to have a lockdown. If the U.S. not going to have a lockdown, it means that we will have the U.S. troubles around the about around the New Year holiday and New Year holiday, New Year Eve holidays. Therefore, the demand in the oil market will be a little bit more and it will be increased. In a stock market, SP 500 rose after this news. SP 500 rose a little bit, but still we have the very important level here at the 4,660 almost. It need to be pretty above that, otherwise the SP 500 still can be under pressure under this level. But the overall market sentiment is kind of the positive when we have this news from the White House that they are not going to have any lockdown. Same thing we can see in all of them, but this news cannot support the Nasdaq as much as can support the Dow Jones and S&P 500. In a Bitcoin, the news that they were supporting the Bitcoin on the last days, especially the Biden's better build back plan, is a little bit has the more less pressure in the market right now. So we don't have that much pressure in the market because of the Biden's plan on the on the Bitcoin market because the news that they are going to talk about that and get back to some point a little bit again can bring the positive sentiment to the markets. This conversation of okay, we will find a way to get back there, so that again will stop the moving the assets from the stock markets to from the stock and other markets to the cryptocurrencies market. Therefore, from the fundamental point of view, still we do not have enough reason to say that the bulls are back in the market. But from the technical point of view, the downtrend line is bridged, and right now we are in a trying to get in uptrend. However, Bitcoin need any numbers above 51K to get in a positive or bullish mood. Therefore, for now, we are not the bearish. At the moment, we are not the bearish. We don't have the bearish signal, but the bullish signals also are not enough. They are not enough power, but still above 63. But still, we need to see the 51K to understand, to realize that these bulls can go forward or not. But about the Ripple, as yesterday we talked Ripple in a clear uptrend in all the time frames, and it can go forward for now, as we can see here. Next target is at the $1, and after $1, as yesterday we talked $1.09 and $1.16. They are the next targets. Ethereum in a side movement moves in a side movement with a little bit positive uh, expectation with the positive kind of feeling in the market, sentiment in the market, but still a side movement, and we need to see it. We need to see it clearly and stable to stay above 4,000. Breaching under the 4,000 again can change the market sentiment, but still the a little bit as I say the little bit option tendency we can see in the market, but it's not confirmed as it is for the Bitcoin, the same situation that we have with the Bitcoin. So this is a general market situation. Euro USD is still in a weaker situation, but it's in a slight moment. As yesterday we talked, nothing changed in the for the cable or for GBP USD. GBP USD is a little bit stronger today. Today we are going to have economic data from United Kingdom, the business to trade data, and then the GDP. All of them they are expected to increase a little bit. Therefore, the pound can be a little bit in a positive zone, and it can increase against its crosses. So therefore, for the pound, still we are a little bit optimistic. As you know, today in the United States also is very important day. Today we have GDP numbers from United States. Today we have CB consumer confidence. We have existing home sales. We have EIA crude oil inventories reports the weekly reports. These data are very important. They will be under they will be in the spotlight. So you have to follow this data to understand what's going on. But totally, while we have the PCE numbers also today, the PCE core PCE numbers also they will be out today. So today is a crazy day. Market will be volatile during the US season. So be careful about your trade. Consumer confidence, existing home sales, GDP numbers, the Chicago Fed data and this all economic data during the US season. We have too many economic data, and we have to be careful about our positive positions. Today we are waiting for a little bit more volatile day, more volatile market. So please be careful about about your trades. And now that you are trading today with the more risks. And these economic data generally they are the expectations of overall the expectations that we have from the economic data they are in general they are positive. For the crude oil also we are waiting as we saw in where is the crude oil? As we saw in API data, we can see that same reduction in American inventory oil inventory levels in the EIA official data as well. Okay, guys, that was the overall market sentiment in the cryptocurrency market. Let me see if there is any important news before I leave. As you know, these days these videos will be every day will be out every day. So will be out every day morning in Euro time and evening in US time. So please uh, be careful. Please follow the videos and let me know your ideas about these series of videos. Uh, yeah, we don't have. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the news. We don't have special news that can change the market sentiment right now. Yeah. Uh, yeah, there is nothing that we can. There is nothing that we can move on the market. So, yeah, but there is a news that Mr. Erdogan's plan and the economic plan in the Bitcoin market a little bit changed the market sentiment yesterday because of this. That was one of the reasons, but it was not all the reason to see that. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and hope it was useful for you. Let me know your ideas. Write me in the comments and let me know what you are thinking about these videos and if you have any idea how to make it better and useful for you. Bye bye.